In this video, I'm going to be giving you the details of my YouTube journey, or what I call my YouTube experiment, what has happened since I started this channel in February 2020, and how it has affected me, my business, some of the pros and cons of using YouTube that I have experienced from being on the platform, and just general ideas and opinions on being a YouTuber. In February 2020, I started this YouTube channel because I was looking for a place to house my longer form content where my audience will be able to watch at their own convenience. Because up till then, what had been happening was I was doing Facebook lives and Instagram lives, and I had challenges with each of the platforms. So on Facebook, I found out that a lot of my audience didn't really spend as much time as I wanted on Facebook. And so what happened was I was getting the same people who essentially already knew me joining my lives week in, week out. On Instagram, it was different. Whereas I felt like I had more of an audience on Instagram, the problem was every time I would do an Instagram live, I would do it on a Monday at 8 p.m. and a lot of my audience couldn't join in at that time. Unfortunately, just like you know that mothers are busy, women are really busy, a lot of them would be unable to watch the live and it would go off in 24 hours. And so I kept on getting messages of, Kome, I missed the last Instagram live. Are you going to repeat the same topic? I heard it was interesting. And so I started thinking of a way to mitigate the problem, to create content that would live on the platform, that my audience would be able to watch later in the future, and that new people finding me would be able to go back in time and watch some of that content instead of me creating the same content over and over again. So the idea was I would create the content, put it on YouTube, but then cut it into smaller clips and share on Instagram and Facebook. But what happened instead completely blew my mind. So before I jump into the pros and cons of being on YouTube, the first thing I want to highlight is the statistics that we have done on this channel. So first of all, we have 2,300 subscribers at the time of recording this video. Hi guys, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and being part of this family. And while we're on the subject of subscribers, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, this is a very good time to do so, to join this happy family and let us learn and win together. Now, we've also done over 100,000 views on this channel, and so much has happened in between. The first video I put out on this channel came out on February 3rd, 2020. And at the time, I didn't know what I was doing, so I just created this video on my phone and I put it out there. I didn't know about titles, about tags, about quality or audio or any of those good stuff that would help me create or build an audience here on YouTube. I just put it out and then I shared it to everyone I know on Facebook and Instagram, like I already mentioned I would do. The interesting thing was within the first 3 days of being on YouTube, I hit my first 100 subscribers. And so I was completely wowed that it was so easy to reach 100 subscribers. And that gave me the motivation to continue. Interestingly, the second video that I put out was on the 10th of February. And don't forget, I still didn't know what I was doing, but for some reason that video completely took off. And right now it is sitting at 63,000 views. That is still the biggest, that is still the video with the biggest view count on this channel. And I am so grateful because that video opened my eyes to what was possible on YouTube, and it encouraged me to keep going and start creating content. To date, I have 36 videos on the channel. I cannot say that I have created as much as I would like, but I believe that I have some insight that you might be willing to hear. So now let's talk about the pros and cons of using YouTube, of being on YouTube and actually having a YouTube channel for your business. And the first pro for me is the fact that YouTube changes your visibility. Like, I have been on Instagram for 4 years, creating content religiously on She Dares to Succeed. But in the 1 year that I've been on YouTube, my visibility has completely changed. I keep on getting emails and messages and DMs from people who have found me because of YouTube rather than because of Instagram. And so if you are looking for something that would change your visibility game and just put you in front of more people, then definitely think about starting a YouTube channel. The second pro for me is the fact that it is very easy to grow on YouTube. So like I mentioned, I've been on Instagram for 4 years, consistently putting out content. I only have 2,000 plus followers. Now come to YouTube, where I have been creating for less than a year. I have 2,300 subscribers, and the engagement from those subscribers is way more than I would get on Instagram. So that's another reason why I think YouTube has a way of really connecting you to your audience, and you really have the potential of growing faster on YouTube as opposed to any of the other social media platforms. The third pro of being on YouTube is obviously the monetization. Like guys, seriously, I started this channel in February 2020, like I mentioned. I took a break between July and September of the year because I just had so much going on, and yet I still managed to get monetized in October, which meant that I had hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours on this channel. And so for me, I feel that that is definitely beneficial if you are looking for passive streams of income, because whether I'm on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, I will still be creating content because that is the business I am in. So you might as well get paid if you're putting out content, and so that's why I believe that YouTube is definitely better than any of the platforms that we have today. The next pro for me is the fact that YouTube converts way better than both Instagram and Facebook put together. Like, I think it has something to do with the fact that people watching you can hear your voice, see you, and see your body language as well. So they feel like they know you, and that know, like, and trust happens way faster on YouTube than it does on any other platform. Because I can tell you that since I started this channel, I have been able to gain coaching business, sell some of my courses, sell my ebooks, and just generally get people into Shide's community just by being on YouTube. And so for you as a business person, YouTube is a game changer. You know, being on YouTube opens you to new audiences, opens you to new business. So you definitely want to consider being on YouTube. The fifth pro when it comes to being on YouTube is the confidence that it helps you build. So before, I used to be on live stream, and I knew that within 24 hours it would go off. So whatever happened would be completely gone by the next day, right? But being on YouTube, knowing that my content lives here, people can see me at any point in time, and people from all over the world that may or may never meet me are watching my content, has also helped me to develop myself. So I have had to, practice my being on camera and just get better as time goes on. And so I feel more confident now when it comes to speaking, when it comes to, being on camera, and when it comes to presenting what I do as a business strategist, or even talking to the ladies in the Shide's Women community. Now let's talk about the pros, guys. The pros of being on YouTube, they are quite serious if you don't have confidence. So let's talk about the first one, being that it is possible for you to attract trolls on YouTube. I haven't had any terrible experience apart from trolls just leaving weird comments on my videos, but I know that there are YouTubers, creators who suffer abuse on YouTube. So that's definitely something you need to think about, especially if you're going into beauty or fashion niches where people are going to be judging how you look. Then definitely consider the fact that you might attract some trolls and negative comments on your channel. The second con for me is that YouTube is hard. Like, seriously, if you are trying to combine YouTube with already having a business, then definitely think about that. YouTube in itself is a full-time job, like, no kidding. So if you're a busy lady or a busy dude trying to add in YouTube, just get prepared that you're going to be working long hours, because it's not just about sitting down and shooting the video. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a research of content that you're going to put out. Like, how do you decide what videos to shoot? Because it's based on what your audience are looking for. The second aspect is, after shooting that video, you're going to need to edit it, and there is a lot that goes into having and running a YouTube channel. Just writing the captions sometimes takes me like 15 minutes because I cannot decide what exactly should be in the caption, what tags to use, and so many other elements that goes into having a YouTube channel. So you need to be prepared to put in the work if you know you want to go on YouTube and use YouTube to promote your business. The third con for me is that the income from AdSense is tiny. So yes, I know that my channel is tiny in comparison to some other bigger channels that make a lot of income. But the truth is that if you are coming onto YouTube because you just want to make money from your videos by AdSense, then you have a rude awakening coming your way, because the money is nothing to write home about, especially when you're a small YouTuber. That's not to say that I do not appreciate the money that comes in via AdSense. What I'm trying to say is it's not enough to live on if that is your sole source of income. So yes, there are ways to make income apart from just YouTube AdSense, but that requires understanding and planning on your part, and it also requires work. You need to put in work and create products that you're going to be able to sell on your channel. If you want a little bit more detail of what you can do to make money on YouTube, then you definitely need to watch this video up here where I interview Nelo Okeke, who is a YouTuber as well, on how to make money on YouTube, so that you have all the information that you need. You have more of an idea of how you can make money as a business person who is also creating content on YouTube. Having said all of that, this has been my personal experience of being on YouTube. I cannot say it will be the same thing for you or for anyone else, but I'm saying you would never know what your experience will be if you don't start your channel and if you don't start putting out content. So that's definitely the first place to start. Start creating content, start putting it out on YouTube, and just see what happens. You never know. Magic might be waiting for you on the other end of the camera. If you've watched up to this point and you're yet to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell right next to it so that you are notified of when the next video is out on the channel. So I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Until then,